EB-5 is the immigrant investor program that allows foreign investors to invest $500,000 into a qualified U.S. business, create 10 jobs, and get a conditional green card, which can then be turned into a permanent green card 2 years later. Generally, EB-5 is most widely favored by foreign investors living in Asian countries like China, Korea, and Vietnam. But EB-5 can also benefit people already in the United States, and today I'm going to be talking about 3 groups of people who could benefit from this option who might have not considered it before. An underlying assumption in all of this is, of course, that these investors, either directly or indirectly through their families, have the financial capacity to make a $500,000 investment for their green cards. So let's begin the countdown. Number 3, parents with kids who are going to U.S. high schools or colleges as a foreign student. EB-5 investors can get a conditional green card in approximately 2 years as long as you're not born in mainland China. Mainland China-born investors are currently subject to a visa backlog, so it will take significantly longer. When you get your green card, your spouse and your children under 21 can get the green card with you. If your children already go to school in the United States, either high school or college, and they aren't 21 yet, you can take care of your children's green card before they graduate from college through EB-5. This could really help your children in launching their professional careers, as it would allow them to avoid the highly competitive H-1B lottery system. If you have more than one child going to school in the United States, then EB-5 provides even more value. Currently, a foreign student attending a U.S. college has under a year after graduating college to find a job that will sponsor her H-1B. However, H-1B visas are limited to $65,000 a year, and the demand is much higher than supply. So even if a foreign student can find a job that provides H-1B sponsorship, the foreign student has to go through a random lottery where only 1 in 3 applicants are picked for a visa. And then, if the student is lucky enough to get an H-1B and also get picked by the lottery, getting the employer to sponsor her EB-2 or EB-3 green card is another long road. Especially if the student has majored in a liberal arts major compared to a STEM major, getting an H-1B and green card sponsorship can be extremely difficult. Number 2, foreign students attending U.S. colleges. The idea is pretty much the same as parents of children who are already foreign students. By taking care of the U.S. green card before graduation, a foreign student can secure options that would otherwise not be available to them. The twist here is that the parents gift funds to their children, who then become the main EB-5 investor. Doing it this way makes more sense if the parents themselves have no intention of immigrating to the US and you don't have other siblings who need green cards. Currently, there is no minimum age an EB-5 investor has to be according to immigration laws, and most regional centers have systems in place to accept investors who are under the age of majority. Number 1, Indian nationals who have approved I-140s and are waiting in line for EB-2 or EB-3 visa numbers to open up. Currently, there's a huge backlog of EB-2 and EB-3 applicants from India who are stuck in a very long line, I'm talking decades, not years, waiting for their green cards. While this is fine if you currently have an EAD and freedom to change jobs, or you're happy with the prospect of staying with your H-1B employer for the long haul, but if you want the flexibility to work outside of mainstream corporate America, begin a startup, or maybe even not work, EB-5 could be a viable option for you. As of the filming of this video in August 2017, the priority date for Indian EB-5 is current, which means if you start today, you can get a conditional green card in approximately 2 years. However, the interest in EB-5 from the Indian community has grown in recent years, so the EB-5 visa line could backlog for Indian nationals sooner than expected. If you couple this with the increase in minimum investment amount that is looming on the horizon, now is probably the best time for Indian nationals to consider EB-5. There's often a misconception that EB-5 funds must come from overseas. In fact, using your W-2 U.S. income for EB-5 investments is one of the easiest ways to show lawful source of funds to the USCIS. So Indian nationals can always combine their U.S.-sourced income with gifts from parents back home to pursue EB-5. I hope that was helpful. Please subscribe to our channel and sign up for notifications to learn more about EB-5. See you in the next video.